Oh my God. Craig, I'm somewhere. I'm not at the home studio.
And I'm still in the Bat Cave, maybe?
I don't know. We'll find out. I think it's time for an audit. Greg Sullivan, how the hell are you, my friend? Great to see you.
Great seeing you, Glenn. I'm pretty hell good. How are you and where are you?
Oh my God. Happy Friday night audit to everybody. It's so great to see everybody out there. And hey, we are going to get to our drinks in just a moment. And I already got mine here made by a professional bartender because I am at, you're not going to believe the incredible hotel. I'm at the Crown Plaza, Jacksonville Airport, but I'm actually having a great time. And this place is really actually incredibly fantastic.
Nice. And I think a friend of ours, his company manages that place?
That's right. Chris Green, CEO of Chesapeake Hospitality, manages this particular hotel and many others around the country. So he lives down here. I had a chance to do a job with him. So I'm excited about that. But all right, I want to welcome everybody to Friday Night Audit. What fun it is to have our week of cocktail hours. So we're making Irish Mules tonight. Plus, I'm going to talk a little bit about what it's like being here on the road again. And our producers share why Craig and I are absolutely hard to work with. And of course, lots more too. I want you guys to make sure that you watch this show every week. Share it with a friend right now. It's not going to hurt you, right, Craig? It's not going to hurt you at all.
Doesn't hurt at all. Painless.
Just a little share button. Do it. Click it. Call people on the phone. Do some carrier pigeons. Do whatever you need. Let's get this community started. Let's have a little fun. And I think the only way to get this started is to introduce
our guest, one of two, one of them's working now, is the wonderful, the great Danyetta Leffler, who is the producer of Click Connect. Danny, welcome.
Hey, thanks so much for having me, guys. This is snazzy.
Super snazzy. So I'm coming at you from the studio here. It's actually a room called the studio, which is kind of cool. Works out pretty well. But Danny, what are you doing working with Craig? Seems to me very important decision.
I got roped into it. Pandemic, what do you do?
Right. That's true. When you're really desperate, you make desperate decisions.
I guess I'm the plague. I don't know what to say.
Well, that is absolutely for sure. So welcome, everybody. Danny, so great to see you tonight. And I'm really excited to hear these stories that'll really hurt Craig's feelings. I think that'll be absolutely fantastic. So this week we got the Irish Mule. So I'm excited to hear all about that. I'm sorry that I can't make mine along with you, but
it's going to look so much better than mine.
Yeah,
so.
take us through.
First, what do you need to do, Glenn?
I have to do something. Oh, God. All right. Thank you, Craig Sullivan, for saving the day on that one, because you can't have a cocktail until you have the official cocktail time video.
Oh, great job. So this is going to be very interesting because I have all the fixins, but I don't have a table. So I'm going to have to
that's
janky
okay.
set up, hold everything up. But this is my glass, y'all. So get a glass full of ice.
Yep.
And then you get your trusty Jameson or any Irish whiskey. This is the only one I drink. I don't know. Do you guys have any other kinds that you like?
No.
There are other Irish whiskeys, but that seems to be the one that always seems to rise to the top of, the list when we're at bars for sure.
That's true. So I've also got my little trusty.
Yeah, that's really helpful. I lost my measuring cup, and last week when we were making the French kiss martinis, I pretty much had to guess everything. Fortunately, you guessed perfectly. Absolutely incredible drink.
Look at that. Yeah. So we got your 1.5 shots, or I guess you can make your own measurement if you want. And then you get your limes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 1 or 2 of them. Craig, do you have your drink ready?
I do. I made mine off camera and I squeezed the fresh lime, and I got your third ingredient. I got an organic one that was really good.
Ooh, I'll have to know because the only thing that Vaughn's had that looked somewhat drinkable was the ginger beer from
There you go.
Australia, apparently.
That's yummy.
And yeah, once you get all that in there, you just top it off with your ginger beer. And there's your Irish Mule.
Nice.
You've got your mint though, so you've got it like
I do.
really-
So I actually have a story behind the mint.
Okay.
There's an incredible bartender here named Chrissy that I've gotten to know over the last couple of days, and I was explaining to her last night that I've got to do this drink, and I'm very concerned about getting it done. Do you have all the ingredients, et cetera, et cetera? She's like, we don't have mint here, but I happen to grow mint at home. I'll bring some home from the home garden, from the herb garden there, and throw it in the drink. So thank you, Christy. She totally hooked me up with this room. She got me all situated, and I'm very, very delighted to have this drink. And producer Dan,
that review better be on TripAdvisor, Glenn. It
Yeah.
better be a TripAdvisor review. I'm going to be scouting, so Chris Green, if you're watching, I got your back. Glenn will make sure this happens, and if he doesn't, we're going to have problems.
And Christy's getting more airtime than anyone. I talked about her for about a half an hour on yesterday's show as well.
Very good. Do we cheers? Do we do a virtual cheers?
Absolutely, we cheers. Cheers.
Oh, right. That was so good. So everybody, that drink is absolutely delicious. And I'd much rather have that drink than talk to each and every one of you out there. But I'm committed to the show. I've got no choice. So let's go ahead and do it.
Such a giver.
Right? I tell everybody all the time, I am a man of sacrifice. I do these things. Yes, Christy to the rescue. That is hospitality. And I will tell you
There's Amy.
Hey, Amy, thank you for that amazing drink last week. You probably heard just a minute ago how much I enjoyed it. So I haven't traveled on an airplane since September. Now, producer Dave's been doing an amazing job at making sure he books lots of great places for us to drive to, but now we're getting back into it, and I had a real verifiable job, and I had to get on an airplane. So guess what I ran into when I got there at 6:30 in the morning the other day?
All right, look at all of these crowds at the airport. Look at this. 6:30 in the morning, JFK, March 24th. Looking pretty good. I know it's spring break. This is probably a little bit of an anomaly, but good sign of things to come. Woohoo!
All right, so that's pretty cool. I couldn't believe how busy it was. Craig, what do you think about that, man?
I think it's wonderful, and I'm glad to see that you're back out on the road. And, you know, it looked like the crowd was behaving, and, you know, even though it was 6:30 in the morning, it just shows that anticipation I think the rest of us have for getting back out on the road. So
yeah,
good for you.
It certainly does. So I've got a special camera set up. I got the lobby cam over here at the hotel. Check it out. Dave, you're going to go to a one shot, I think, over there for the lobby cam. I got it. All right. So take a look at that. The bar's starting to get full over there. This is a great event that's going on here right now. A Marine is retiring. They have a big party for him that's kicking off. People are going back and forth after 30 years of service. So thank you to all of the people out there who are helping keep us safe out there. But how cool is that? This hotel's alive. It's vibrant. I was at the pool, and there was lots of families there hanging out, and it just felt normal, except for the masks around here and there. But other than that, it felt really super normal and comfortable. Hey, congratulations, Chris, being on an airplane from DR. Oh, I gotta get to the video.
So lucky.
Gotta love it.
So right as Glenn is all having this great conversation, so excited, Chris comes in and steals his thunder. So good job, Chris.
Yeah.
One, the guest of the show today. Thank you for bringing Glenn back down to earth.
Yeah, which is good because we know how loopy I get here on Fridays. So Daniel says he knows John Taffer. Yes, Daniel, that would be awesome. I would love to have that happen because I haven't been yelled at in a while. So it'd be really great to have him just come on and yell at us for an hour. That'd be a lot. That's for sure. All right, so. Danny, why do you like this particular drink so much? What is it about the Irish Mule that inspires?
Okay. Well, I would have to say it was from my time in Ireland, actually. Oh, and Craig, of course. Craig is Irish. He has to get that in there. Yes. No, but I was in Ireland, back in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with 3 friends. We all went to Europe for a month. We went to Iceland, Ireland, England, and Scotland. And the entire time we were in Ireland, all we drank was Irish Mules.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was perfect. We went to the Jameson factory and everything.
Well, this drink that I'm having right now is absolutely perfect. Oh, the Jameson factory. How heavenly is that?
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Free whiskey tastings and all. So
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know where my next vacation is going to be.
What's that?
I said up the road, you've got the Guinness Factory, so free tastings there too.
Yeah, we didn't make it there, but I got to go back.
All right, so we're here to talk about really important things like the trials and tribulations of working with Craig and myself. So, Danny, time to be honest. What is it like working with Craig? Tell us something absolutely horrible about him. I know Dave's not going to be able to figure out anything.
Danny, before you even start that story, Danny, you might as well pour yourself like 2 more shots in there. You're going to need them, so just do it now. Get it over with.
Oh God, that's why I left the lid off the Jameson. No, no, Craig. Craig, when did we officially meet? Was it like about a year ago now?
About 8 to 9 months ago.
8 to 9 months ago, yeah.
Partner and friend, and then I've known your uncle for a very, very long time, and he was a star wide receiver at Boise State. Just kidding, Eric. He was part of the defensive team. But yeah, we didn't meet till about 8 months ago, maybe 9 months ago.
Yeah, and we've actually never officially met face to face because of COVID. Yeah,
well, that's
which
really
is crazy.
Weird.
Yeah,
probably
really
probably a good thing for you though. I have been with Craig in person, and it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
No, he's got a
look
good.
bad on camera. Wait till you see me in person.
No, he's had a haircut since then, so
it must be strange only to know somebody from the waist up.
Never thought about that. That's so true.
To be fair, that's the only way I know Craig too. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's true.
Yeah,
it is true. Yeah, no, I love working with Craig. I do. I think we've got a good rapport. We've got a good show. We've got really amazing guests. Everybody he brings on he says is the nicest person he knows. So I don't know who the real one is.
I'm a little shocked. It's the first time I ever heard that. People they think he has a great show. So that's amazing. People just call me and say, "What is he thinking?"
Come on, Danny, defend us.
Thank you very much.
Well, listen, Danny, we've been insulting him. That's your job, not mine. I don't want to have to pick up the slack.
Wait, hold on a second. We've been doing Friday Night Audit for what, 6 weeks now?
Our 7th show already.
7th show. Danny just said that Craig says that every guest is on his show is the nicest person he knows. I've never heard Craig say that once about Glenn. So what's the problem here? What are we missing?
Well, that's because Glenn's family, and if I tell him that, then I have to put in double doors because his ego can't fit in my house when he's over.
That's true.
I don't want to do the renovation. It's that simple.
Not only that, but I expect the double doors to be Anderson because I'm very, very particular. I just don't want to walk through any doors. They have to be high quality doors. That's for sure.
There you go. And you know what comes with that, Glenn?
Yeah.
Are the home warranty people start calling you besides the car warranty people start calling you?
Oh, that's the worst. They're teaming up, I hear. I know.
Now, Glenn, I see you answered yes to the copper mug. Do you know why it's in a copper mug?
Because it's made of copper.
No. That's actually a mule mug. So Moscow Mules, which is
that I know, but I have no idea why.
Why?
To have this mug.
Allegedly, it's supposed to enhance the taste. Does it really? I don't know. I'm sure there's other reasons. I think the insulation with the copper and whatnot, but
chilling factor.
Alcohol is. I drink it fast. I drink it too fast to get warm anyway, so I never had that problem.
So I hear you. It does keep it cool. Ooh, Craig, you're very responsive. I love it. He's also punctual, which is very exciting.
Hey, if you're on time, you're 15 minutes late.
Yeah, that's so true. Which is why every single day on No Vacancy Live, when we don't hit the 12 o'clock mark and it's like 12:01 and somebody else that's not me that hosts the show is like, just wait a minute. I'm like, no, I'm freaking out.
Or he's got to get his last sip of water in right as you're hitting live.
I can't handle being late. I'm so not good with that. I'm like, the people are waiting for us. I know I'm fooling myself. Nobody really cares if for a minute late or two, but psychologically, I cannot help it.
Well, I care if you're on time or not. Because if you're running late, that means the show's going to run long, and now the rest of my day's been messed up. So
that's true, because it must really be hard being buzzed by 3 o'clock in the afternoon for you.
So, producer Dave, what's it like working with Glenn? You know, you've done this incredible live show every day in, day out. I don't mean to make it sound like you've been toiling in the salt mines or anything. But what's it like working with Glenn every day?
So here's the best way I could talk about working with Glenn. So as you said, Craig, we have a great show as well. We do all these great guests. We have fun with Anthony. And it's become such a hindrance working with Glenn that I actually had to go and find myself a real job because I couldn't do it anymore.
The truth is out. All we've been saying, you know, all of this stuff, nice things about him on air, but no, it's actually the War of the Roses going on behind the scenes, right there.
Yeah, pretty much. So eventually, I just had, you know what, forget it. I'm gone. You know, it's like the 70s Athletics. You know, I still do this show because we're like the World Series winning team, but behind the scenes after this, rest assured, viewers, me and Glenn are going to have a very stern conversation.
It is hopefully in person. You know,
hey, if you come to my discreet location.
Yes,
if you find me, then you can be in person.
Yeah, we need to do update. Where's Waldo? Where's producer Dave hanging out this week?
Producer Dave today is at a very. So obviously, again, I was at work today, so I didn't want to do the show from work. That's kind of weird. So I found a very nice kind of patio terrace with the bar inside, but it's obviously during COVID. Nobody's here, so they were like, "Yeah, do whatever you want." So I was okay.
That's really awesome. Oh, someone's defending me. Of course, Dave's not putting it up. I have to do it myself. Thank you, James. Dave,
clearly, James does not know Glenn very well.
You need to. That is true. That is very true. Oh my goodness. So Dave, you're in Manhattan. It looks like that's really cool.
I am in Manhattan. As you can see, I have a very washed out view behind me. I'm sure producer Danny is cringing at that view behind me, but it's okay. You know, because, you know, I'm in Manhattan with no type of background whatsoever. But yeah, I'm in Manhattan. It's actually pretty quiet here. It's a very nice day out. It's 70 degrees. So I'm enjoying the nice weather a little bit now we finally got some back.
Very good.
Now, of course, Glenn comes back, I think, tomorrow, right, Glenn?
That's right.
And on Sunday, it's going to
have time for Passover.
And on Sunday, it's going to rain. So we really know who's been bringing the really terrible weather to New York. It's not been anybody else. It's really been Glenn.
I have that effect on me. Like one time I went to Vegas and it was the worst thunderstorms that they've had in 30 years, literally.
I don't know, with a superpower like that, Glenn, you might be the next X-Men in the Disney version.
There's a lot of Native American tribes bidding for my services right now for creating rain.
Hey, you make a fortune in California. We only get about 30 days a year where we actually have rain, at least in Southern California.
Well, you're very lucky. We're getting into the rainy season right now in New York, and I know everybody out there. Yeah, you write your letters in. You're like, more rain talk, please. Talk about the weather more.
Okay, then we'll talk about the snow. Let's talk about the snow. We had 2 remotes get messed up by you, Mr. Houseman.
2 remotes messed up by me.
First we had the death drive through the Catskill Mountains to get to the Roxbury. Then we had the PA remote that we had to reschedule because of the snow. Whenever you're not around, it's perfect weather. So again, Glenn, what's going on, bud?
Hey, thank you, man.
I get it. You're trying to torpedo our show from the inside out, isn't it?
That's right. The last thing I want in my life is success, so I'm trying to do a little self-sabotage over there.
Actually, what we're going to do is Glenn and I are setting up a GoFundMe page so that we could get that place at Margaritaville in Florida. So.
Yeah, that's really important. We really should do one of those things. I was watching a YouTube video today, and an ad came up for the final phase of Margaritaville Orlando expansion. So you got to buy your place now before they're sold out. Yep.
Danny, you had a question.
That's been a home run for those guys.
Hold on. Daniel says, I thought we were roasting Craig. I'm doing my best over here. But Danny is falling flat over here. So,
But you know what that means, right? That means that she's a good producer. She's protecting her talent. I have no type of concern for destroying my talent.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, this is why we're having some issues here right now.
Well, Danny should probably tell the story about when we tried to record a couple of PSAs before click virtual that I just could not get out. It was just horrible. I was so embarrassed.
I think there was one moment where you said, take 500, and then just like went right into it. I think you were more frustrated than I was. No, I was going to ask whose idea was it to have the producers on the show? Was it
not mine? I have no ideas ever.
Oh, I was going to say that makes sense, but
I think it was Dave's. I think it was Dave's.
Not my idea.
Oh.
No, it was really Craig's idea, but I figured Dave just needed a,
But I'm very happy to meet Danny. I mean, I came on a little bit early. She's already here, so she's very professional, unlike us. She has this great, powerful voice and presence. So I'm curious with this professionalism on Danny's part, what the hell is she doing with us? I mean, Danny, your career has just been taken down a couple notches. You were on the rocket ship up.
I'm telling you, that's why I got to leave the state.
She's literally doing that. She's talking about taking a trip across the country and going to Europe. So, Danny, why do you feel that you need to not even be on the same continent as Craig Sullivan?
He's been telling me to get out. He's like, go. I'll buy you a bag. I'll get you packed. Let's go.
I did. I got her bag.
Oh, Craig, speaking of giving gifts, look at what's right next to me.
There you go.
I honestly repack it every night so that I don't lose it, because otherwise I will lose it. It's my favorite pen. I wish I had my little notepad on me so I can show you that I'm using it to take notes. It's being used. Thank you very much for your generosity. Unlike my producer, who got me nothing. Craig, who I've known for 6 weeks, sent me a nice pen, nice little notebook for my new job. Glenn Houseman, a kick in the ass and a closed door.
Hey, I want you to know, the kick in the ass came from the heart. I meant it sincerely.
It's fair.
But
nothing but love, Glad.
I have ordered No Vacancy face mask. So, Dave, you can expect one of those coming right at you. So I'm very excited about that. As a matter of fact, I got a little G Love story. That's been my nickname for a while. I love the band G Love and Special Sauce back in the day, and Bruce Ford started calling me G Love for a while, and I miss that. He is the Special Sauce though. That Bruce Ford, that's for sure.
Yes, he is. That's always a party when the three of us are together at a conference.
Soon. I'm so excited to be going to the Hunter Hotel Investment Conference in May, guys. I cannot stop talking about it. It is going to be fantastic. But I really want to get back to Danny. Danny, seriously, you are actually going across country. You are thinking of going to Europe. What's that all about? Tell us about why you want to take this journey. And honestly, I wish I had done something like that when I was here.
Well, before you start our story, Danny, you live in the U.S., correct?
I do. I'm in San Diego right now.
Because right now, Glenn has twice said going across country to Europe. So at what point did Europe join the United States of America?
And to Europe.
God, shots fired on Glenn today.
Irish Mule over here.
I've been off the show all week, so I got to get my kicks in now. I've been missing.
And I want everybody to know that the incredible drop in production quality of No Vacancy Live is all Dave's fault because he was selfish and went to get a full-time job. So,
how dare he?
I know, seriously. I need to take care of my family. I need to pay my mortgage.
See, Suzanne, I can get into BU, right? Because I know some geography. Glenn,
I think, yeah, right. Oh, Suzanne, he was calling it BC all week, by the way. I just want to.
That was like 4 weeks ago, Glenn. Get over it. And yes, everybody to check out soaps, Glenn. When you get back home, next we got to promote the soaps. Some amazing soaps, which we will talk about when Glenn has the samples. Because unfortunately,
I really feel badly that I don't have my Han Solo and Kryptonite with me because honestly, that is like my security soap. I just like to clutch it at night. It feels so comfortable. Be so close to one of my heroes. And he did shoot first, by the way, in case there was any question out there.
There's no question.
So, Danny, traveling across country and then planning to go to Europe. Tell us about that journey.
Yes. So I'm actually moving out of San Diego. So that's the
Why would you move out of San Diego? That sounds to me like where I would like to end up.
Yes. It's a wonderful place. It also costs an arm and a leg. And another arm and a leg to live here. That's
right. Yeah, it's funny. But coming from New York, I'll be like, oh, that's one arm and a leg less. I'm ahead.
You know what? You're doing it right. See, I'm going back to Idaho where it costs like $10 to live.
There's a reason for that, though. Nobody wants to live in Idaho. I'm sorry, people in Idaho. I love you all. I do.
Have you ever been?
I better never see Glenn eat a potato ever again.
I went to Boise once.
And you hated it that much?
No, I just haven't had a chance to go back again.
Yeah,
Actually, Boise, Idaho was the first time ever in my life I was exposed to beer pong, because I was in college back before beer pong became a thing, and here I am. This has got to be 10 years ago or so. It was the first ever. I think it was the first ever Hotel Indigo, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Maybe my facts are starting to get a little blurry as the years go by, but it was great. We went to Boise. We went out on the town in the night, and I got to play myself some beer pong. And turns out I'm not so bad at it. So I wish I had that in college, because I had nothing else in college, and I would have had something to cling on to. It would have been nice.
What did you play in college?
What did I play in college?
Yeah. What games did you guys play in college?
We played this game. It was like, this is a lighter, a what? A lighter, a what? A lighter. And then you pass it to somebody else, and then they say, this is a mug, a what? A lighter, a mug. And you got to go back and forth, and you build on it, and it gets very confusing the more drunk you get. We did all sorts of stuff that involved lots of.
Do you have the box? Can I get a womp womp from that one?
Oh, yes.
We need one of these boxes, Danny.
You don't even.
It's so good.
You millennials over there have no idea what it was like having to live before the internet, living before beer pong and all of that kind of stuff. It was difficult. I had to walk to class.
Right, real quick.
Ways.
Hey, Glenn's parents used him as the remote control. He had to get up and change
sorry. Amy, yes, quarters. Oh, wait, that's quarters. Yes. We had quarter pitcher night at the cellar, and we play quarters with that. That was the
Danny, we seem to be
Carol.
Danny, we seem to be pretty similar ages. So I'm going to run through a few games, see if you know them, and then I'll see if the two guys above us know them. Okay. Beer pong, we already checked off. Flip cup.
Yes.
You two up there, yes or no? Flip cup.
I've heard of it. I never played it, but I heard of it. My kids do flip cup without alcohol. They did that for a while. What's the next game?
King's Cup was the only thing we played when I studied abroad in Australia. That's all they knew to play. Yeah.
Did it make it to Long Island, Glenn?
I've never heard of Kings, unless it was that like murder game where you had a card on your head and you had to figure out who the murderer was or something.
No.
And I just learned something new about my producer, Danny, that she went to school in Australia.
I know he's not hanging there, but Dave's got a bit, so let's follow along.
No. I want to hear more about the story about the Australia story, because now we're making connections. Craig and Danny are actually learning about each other. Clearly, they work very closely. Unlike Glenn and I myself, who know every little minute detail about our backgrounds.
Yeah, remember that when you have to testify, okay, David?
Exactly.
Let's see, what else? What other games? Spin the Bottle, Glenn. Did you play Spin the Bottle?
In 7th grade. Also, 7 Minutes of Heaven, but it was more like 7 Minutes of Hell for every girl that was in the closet.
Power Hour. Danny, you ever had seen someone done Power Hour?
Potentially. I don't know if it's the same thing. What's Power Hour to you?
Similar like Edward Scissorhands.
Okay. Yes, I know that.
Okay. Then. Either of you guys up there know about those?
Nope. I saw the movie Edward Scissorhands. It was a lovely production.
So, Danny, would you like to explain, or should I?
This is you.
Basically, you take 2 40-ounce beers, you duct tape them to each of your hands, and you cannot take them off until you stop drinking. Until you finish them. Sorry, until you finish them. So that means you can't go to the bathroom, you can't eat, you really can't do anything until you finish both 40s.
Wow.
I'm not going to try that one. No.
Yeah. Doesn't go well.
We used to do beer shotguns back in the day. That didn't work out well for me either. All right. So Chris says there's a game called Boom. We used to play beer pong on another level. I got to hear more about that. Is it like
that one I'm not sure about.
Or something?
I don't know, but I know about a game called Rage Cage. Do you know that one, Dave?
I don't. I need to hear this one.
Oh, this one's great. You take all the cups and you fill each one like with a little bit of whatever you're drinking. You put them in a honeycomb in the middle, and you have to get a ball into a cup and you pass it along. And if you stack a cup on somebody else, then they have to pull a cup, drink it, and everybody keeps going. It's like it gets everybody involved. It goes in a circle. It gets really rowdy. So that could be what you're talking about.
Now, if you guys really want to have a nice drinking game, watch No Vacancy live. And every time Glenn tries to speak and gets cut off by Anthony or the guest, you take a shot. Just please don't have to go anywhere after that because you will be done for the day.
Oh my God, that is too funny. That's just too funny. Oh my God.
I used to play. We used to do that with anytime someone would say the word experience at a hotel conference, we would have to take a shot.
Yeah.
Talk about getting effed up. Oh my God.
Yes.
Sorry.
Speaking of hotel conferences, Glenn, do you know where my virtual background is? Yes, I am still in the Batcave. These guys are all getting ready to travel, but I'm still in the Batcave.
Well, look at Dave. Dave's outdoors. Things are happening to him. You're down in the subterranean level there on Balboa Island. All right. So where are you, Craig Sullivan?
This is part of the public space outdoors at the former home of the lodging conference, the Arizona Biltmore.
Oh.
We just completed some upgrades, I believe, last month or the month before.
Yeah, that looks like totally new space to me.
Yeah, totally different. So I'm having a feeling it's not far from the restaurant, and it's looking pretty good.
Awesome. Let me say, hey, thanks, Chris. I'll check this out after the show.
One more game for producer Danny to see if they know. Dizzy bat. Get rid of the dizzy bat.
Oh, is that where you put your head on the bat and spin around?
You chug the beer out of the bat, spin around, and you have to hit the can, if I remember correctly. It's been a while. I haven't been in college in a long time.
Yeah, well, not as long as me, and definitely not as long as Craig.
Yeah.
Craig, when were you? How did you get back and forth to college? Horse and buggy? How'd that work?
Well, we know it wasn't public transportation because we didn't have it out in California then, and we still don't. So
you have it. It's just the subway in LA just goes from nowhere to nowhere.
Yeah.
So
definitely part of the car culture. And 16 got my first car. So
oh goodness, Arnie Garfinkel is on right now. You better be on your best behavior, Craig.
Hey, there's Arnie. Good.
So producer Danny.
Yes.
Give me the number one story of the moment with Craig. Whether it was a tech issue, whether it was a forgetting an equipment issue, Glenn, we're going to talk about that story. Whether it was oopsie on the mic. What was the one thing Craig did where you were just like, oh.
Goodness.
Probably back to those PSAs. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably that. Did you have a teleprompter for that, or were you going off the top of your head?
I started out with a teleprompter and I made it too wordy, and it's just like, okay, I'm ditching this, and then I started, just a free form, and neither worked very well, and then we kind of came up with a hybrid of both.
Yeah, I had to do
really
a little bit of
editing by my producer.
A little bit of editing on those ones. Yeah, I would say that for sure.
Yeah. Now, we did have a technical glitch the other day with the guest.
We did.
And luckily, we got to the point where they were doing their shameless plug, and his camera froze. And it was just like, we couldn't get him back, so I ended up doing his plug.
Was that Ryan?
No.
I don't even remember. Yeah.
So Craig, you do a shameless plug too?
Yeah. Where do you think I got it from?
I was going to say, who stole it from who? So you stole it from Glenn. Okay.
I've stolen everything from Craig. I've never had an original thought in my life. Then,
Well, they do say that sometimes we share the same brain, Glenn. So
actually, Danny, tell me if I'm wrong. If you look at Glenn and Craig, they have the same glasses. They have the same kind of gray hairstyle. I mean, Craig's a little straighter, Glenn's a little more wavy. Yeah. But if Glenn grew out a beard, they could be brothers. I think
he kind of has the scruff. It's just not as thick as Craig.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Mm-hmm. So you guys could be brothers. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, back in the day, my rap name was actually the Plagiarizer. So it's right there.
So, Danny, after you move back up to Idaho,
Yeah.
how long are you going to stay there before your wanderlust takes you out on the road?
Honestly, probably depending on COVID related things, obviously, because I do want to get over to Europe as fast as I can, but I want to get there when it's safe and when things are open.
Right.
So I'm hoping summer. We'll see. It depends on where I want to go. I think I want to start in Amsterdam, though, which I've never been to.
Oh, you're gonna love it over there.
Are you moving there, Danny? Or are you just touring? Are you just touring the continent?
Yeah, it's kind of the perfect. So I'm going home, which is great because I won't have to pay rent, and then I can go travel for a little bit and then come back.
Where was home? Idaho?
Yeah, Boise, the place that you so lovingly talked about.
It was really great. It was really.
So I think producer Danny, you're not going to get rid of us that fast. I think once you're on your trip, you need to send us a snap, at least once a week, of where you are, and then we can see if anybody can guess where she is.
Ooh, I like that. That's fun.
Yeah,
can do. Definitely.
And then the winner, whoever wins, gets to take a shot. There's our new drinking game.
Oh.
Like it. I like it.
I don't need a game. I'll just freaking.
Are you on your second one, Glenn?
No, I'm really moving slowly. I need to be more aggressive here. But the I don't know how you West Coasters do it, because I could not start drinking heavily at 2 p.m.
That's because it's only for you and producer David. That's it. It's like, no, I'm not doing this any other day.
No.
That makes me feel special.
Yeah.
Plus, I'll have dinner delivered tonight. We should do that as a commercial.
Stories of Amsterdam. We all have stories relating to Amsterdam. That city is great. Unfortunately,
not me. I never went. My last employer didn't pay me well enough.
Oh, that is a shame. You should probably quit that job and go get something at a hotel. I would recommend.
I should do that. I definitely should.
Well, speaking of that, David, you're back to work. You're supporting your family. Fill the audience in.
I am. So I am back to work full-time hotel job. So unfortunately, I'm not behind the scenes anymore of No Vacancy Live at 12, but I am still involved with the show, doing a lot of scheduling. We actually booked some really great shows today, right, Glenn? So other than that, I am working up in Midtown at a really great property with a really great company, and I'm happy to be where I'm at, but I do miss the boys at 12, I will be honest.
Yeah, we miss you too, mostly because I suck at doing stuff. All right, hold on a second. Let's take a look at the lobby cam. The lobby cam is back in action. What's going on? Ooh, look at that. Look at all those people at the bar. Things are happening. Commerce is occurring. People are having cocktails. How awesome is that?
Very cool.
Oh, we don't need to look at me solo. That's not a good one.
And that, folks, has been the production value of No Vacancy Live for the last 4 days.
Listen, when you're right, as my grandmother would say. Although she would say, when you're right, you know, but that's sort of a
funny
thing. Yes, we all miss producer Dave. I should have treated him better when we had it, but what are you going to do? I'm just going to treat him even worse now. I figured that I'm going to double down.
Might as well.
Oh, too funny, guys. Too funny.
Now, Craig, let's reverse the story or reverse the game. Name one time that Danny has saved your butt.
I would have to say every show that we've done together. She has saved my ass without a doubt. Whether it's a visual cue that we're running out of time or to speed things up or in editing. And, you know, I've got a very bad habit of doing the RDJ eye roll. And it's really just a mechanism when I'm thinking, but it does not come off well on screen. So that's the one thing that Danny's had to really break me of. And I think I've gotten a lot better at that, but it's like every question you'd see me like, you know, like that.
Listen, Dave, I think we need to be honest with Craig. Craig, you have not gotten better. Danny's just saying that you have. All right. I think this is a good time to take a quick break and take a look at some ads from the past. We'll be right back.
Take it to the max. Come on and let yourself go. Take it to the max. It's something you should know. Take it to the max.
white-bellied jet that lands me to a hotel that understands me. I've got business and I'm on the road again. Feeling the pressure mounting on me, counting the people counting on me. Competition like I can't remember when. And you can reach me at the Hilton. Just call me at the Hilton and we'll get down to your business right away.
When American business hits the road, American business stops at Hilton, America's business address.
All right. We are back. That was really cool. Craig, I think, and the reason why I got that Maxim ad is because anytime I've gone to your bathroom, you've got right above the toilet all of these awesome key cards and membership things from the clubs, and I'm pretty sure Maxim was one of them.
There is, and I've got a great story about the Maxim. My former company, publicly held, and at the time, they LNR was part of that company, and we owned the Maxim twice. We foreclosed on it twice. Now, the upside of this is there are two extraordinary hotel brokers based here in Newport Beach.
Right.
Jack Carr, who everybody knows, and his partner, Harry Pfluger. And they've sold that hotel 3 times. And it was just a joy to work with those guys on the brokerage side. And when they were selling that hotel, but our parent company, Lennar Homes, which owned LNR at the time, got the Maxim back twice. They were the lender on it, and they pulled it back. And Jack and Harry got another job. And at the end of the day, when Hotel Partners was sold and morphed into CBRE Hotels, they left and they opened up Maxim Hotel Brokerage. So there's the full circle of life on that hotel.
Whatever happened to that property? What did it? I'm sure it's just gone. Do you know what replaced it?
It turned into a soft branded, I think, Hyatt at one point, and then it went through another couple of ownership changes, and it's still there, but I couldn't tell you what the name is. Maxim went away a long time ago as a name on the building, but they did a huge renovation 2 or 3 owners ago and really brought it up to date and kind of had that Rat Pack vibe through the casino that you and I like so much. And really did a great job with it, but it's been sold a few times, and I've got no idea what it is right now.
Speaking of Las Vegas, guys, Stacey Hamilton, our friend over at MGM Resorts, has helped us facilitate some amazing interviews. Put up a post on LinkedIn today that said last week was the biggest week of all time in the history of MGM Resorts for the amount of reservations that they booked.
Wow, nice. That's saying a lot.
Awesome.
Yep. That's why I got myself a fresh drink over here.
Perfect.
Cheers. Cheers, Mr. Osman, to that for sure.
Yes.
Stacey is such an amazing person. So
cheers.
great to hear. So Danny, how did you and Glenn, how did you and Craig link up together? How'd you start working together?
We had a mutual friend of mine, business acquaintance, and I guess friend of Craig's as well, that knew I was an editor and that Craig needed one. Yeah.
And then she became the producer and the director.
That's such an awesome story.
I know. The turn was like unbelievable. I thought you were going one way, and then whoa, really?
I mean, honestly, that's how it's supposed to happen, right? Networking, business transactions. Our story is a lot better. I reached out to Glenn on social media. He said I'm going to be in Manhattan tomorrow. Come say hi. We got drunk together, and now we never left each other.
Aww.
Nice.
That's cute.
Nice.
Yeah. Not only that, but Dave bought me that first drink, which was incredible. I tried to buy it, and he's like, no, I got this. So, I mean, that really shows the mark of man.
At the time, I wasn't, I was actually still having a full-time job. If I had my last employer paying me, then I wouldn't be able to do that. I would have been on his expense account. But,
seriously, I would really complain about that a lot.
Yeah.
Because that old company is not.
Sounds terrible.
All right, we did have some breaking news over here at the Houseman Resort Pool Club and Smokehouse, which I'm not at right now. But Craig Sullivan, I'm excited to say that come next Wednesday, I have got myself my first vaccine appointment. I'm really excited about it.
Yay. Hit the applause on the box, Glenn.
That's good. I won't have to have all the anxiety I have right here at the
hit the box,
Florida.
Glenn. Where's the applause in the box?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. No. Seriously, no. All right. So I was actually pretty shocked. Dave, you want to show him how shocked I was that I was able to get that appointment?
Just as shocked as I am that you were going to do that as a lead-in right there.
I figured you'd catch that.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Happy.
Can you show up to the appointment like that?
I was joking. I'm gonna definitely.
I love that idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'll be great. It'll go over really well.
I think they'll definitely let me go to the front of the line.
Can we bring cameras and do No Vacancy Live, the Glenn Houseman vaccination episode?
We should.
And we can have Anthony do commentary.
I should bring my gimbal with me, right?
And I gimbal or a selfie stick, one of the two.
Hey, Nathan got his final shot this morning.
Nice. Congrats, Nathan.
Nice. Nathan, man, that's awesome. Hopefully you won't have too many adverse effects from it. We did not do too well when Helene, my wife, got her second shot.
Real quick before I bring up Suzanne's comment, guys, if, serious talk for a sec, go check out No Vacancy Live for Monday. Nathan and his partner Rob are doing an amazing initiative called H Mentors, where they're mentoring young hoteliers, especially to increase diversity within the industry. So No Vacancy Live from Monday's episode. Nathan was one of the featured guests. Check it out. But on a lighter side,
wait a minute.
Sorry, go ahead.
Breaking news, H Mentors will be part of the 5th annual California Lodging Investment Conference as well.
Hey.
Hit the box again, Glenn. Where's the box again? I need another clap.
He's too busy drinking.
That's awesome. Nice job, Nathan. Now, Danny, we have a great fan, Suzanne. While me and Suzanne have very different opinions of television choices.
Okay. Who is Suzanne?
She's a professor at Boston University.
Okay.
Amazing lady, super nice, super friendly, and just a fun person to be involved with. But she has a question for you, or really more of a statement. Mm-hmm. She says you must be reconsidering your choice this evening.
Has she seen me looking at the clock in the corner and wondering?
Yeah, right. She's fleeing to Europe. Isn't that sign enough?
Suzanne and I would be good friends. I can tell.
Dave, tell us a little bit about what it was like getting back to work, getting into the routine again, having to get up at 5:30 in the morning, that sort of stuff.
The first Monday, it was, a little bit tough. I'm very lucky that the bus I take into the city is literally right outside my house, so I don't have terrible commute to get to my commute like some people do. But the funny thing about hotels is that as soon as you get back into them, it's like nothing ever stops. And a couple of people that I'm, my other colleagues that are here, we're getting in and we have to get this thing ready and flush all the toilets, and then this thing starts to break and that thing has got to get done. And we're like, man, it's like we never left. It's like we never left, and everybody was right back into the routine and figuring everything out. So, it was, I thought it would take a little bit more to get back involved, and it really didn't. It was like nothing ever happened. It's like 2020 didn't even happen.
That's great. Kind of, how I wish things went that you never happened in 2020 with at least one. The way I'm concerned.
I agree.
Oh, too funny. Nathan, you guys are more than welcome, and it's going to be an honor to have you guys there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's true, Suzanne. It's kind of like riding a bike. You do it once, you get it. Once you do it, you know how to get kind of right back into it. A little bit of fresh up, a little rust off, and then you're right back at it.
Yeah.
No,
that's it. And now, if they brought back the entire team at this hotel you're working at, David, or are they limited hours and trying to bring everybody back?
No, but I'm in revenue, so honestly, I don't have a lot of those discussions, or I'm not involved in a lot of those discussions from it. But there is a heavy push to bring back the team and get everybody back going. So, and I know that there were some calls made today that people are going to start when we reopen. So there's a lot of positivity around here today.
Good.
I heard some of the calls as I was walking past. There was a lot of real positive energy. So. It's really the antithesis of what happened last year at the same time, right? So, this is the time of the year where a lot of people were laid off. This is actually today.
Yeah.
Is the Friday. This Friday last year was when my previous hotel closed.
Oh, wow.
So it's the exact 1 year anniversary in terms of dates, in terms of that. So it's definitely a lot of good vibes around here, more positive energy, I feel.
I love it. That's great. Now, what are you doing to enhance the revenue management? I mean, that's got to be a little bit different from a year ago at this point.
Well, that's it. Although
2019,
because there was no revenue a year ago.
Right.
So
now you got this much instead of zero, and you're trying to grow it. So are you finding your connections are back in place, or never left, or new people you're talking to? What's that all like?
Well, that's what this week's been a lot of for me is really getting back into reaching out to people. So I reached out to some of my old market managers from my last property. Said, hey, who's my new market manager? So we're actually setting up some calls where we're going to do like a crossover call, talking about what we did successfully at the last property, what we can do at this property. It's really diving into some of the markets and sub-markets within the city and seeing where things are happening, where things aren't happening. Segmentations of what's happening, trying to find value. What are we going to do here as a value proposition for guests? I have an idea what we're going to do with this property, but that's really for any property.
Nice.
If you don't want to, if you're a hotel that doesn't necessarily want to be in the rate dropping game, that's great. I 100% support that. But then you have to find other ways to provide value to your guests. So what are you going to do package wise? What are you going to do value wise? You're going to tell a guest, hey, we may be X amount of dollars more than the hotel next door, but you're going to get this experience that you wouldn't have gotten over there. And that's why it makes sense to stay with us. So we're really developing those strategies over the last week and going to start getting them rolled out next week.
Good for you.
And now and everyone's here like, oh, wow, he knows what he's talking about. I have no clue what I'm talking about. I'm just making things up off the top of my head.
Yes, you do. Don't sell yourself short, my friend.
We all have imposter syndrome. Just go with it, man. Just pretend.
I just wanted to bring it back to the fun show. We're over here talking about business. It's like a no vacancy conversation.
I know. I don't even know what Craig was thinking, but this is why producer Danny can't stand working with Craig. He keeps bringing it back to work. No fun.
Actually, Danny's eagerly recording this, and we're going to have David on Click Connect. So
we should.
Yes, we have to set that up. We definitely have to set that up, Craig. 100%.
You're going to be on Click Connect. You seriously? Why go to the bottom of the barrel?
I'm a free agent now. I can do whatever I want.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if I hear you're going to be his production partners. The two of you just helping him out now, and I'm stuck alone.
Not putting the names on No Vacancy. Now, we have a little bit. We don't have too much time left, but we've been talking about stories about Danny and Craig and Danny. Just to, not that I want to sound conceited or anything, but what was the one time I saved your butt? Let's hear it.
Actually, it's been so many times I can't even remember. What I really love about working with Dave, and what really sucks, good, you deserve it, dude, because he's so confident, and he pushes stuff, and he makes things happen, and he doesn't ask for permission. He just does it because he has that confidence thing, and it makes the show better, or made the show better. Now pretty much sucks, but I will figure it out. I will make it work. Although it is a big hole that has to be filled. So I really
there was one specific story I thought you were going to go with there, and you went to this real level, which I really appreciate. I'm going to mute myself for 1 second.
Just tell me which story, and I'll tell it.
Cirque Plus, the setup for Cirque Plus.
Oh my God! All right, so we got this great deal. We're going to be launching this product for Cirque Plus. And we get there, we're setting everything up. It's 2 hours before we have to go live on air, and I have no webcams. I left them at home accidentally.
Oh my God.
Dave, like a fucking pro, jumps in the subway, runs up to B&H, grabs a whole bunch of webcams, makes it back, and the show went on without any problem. Dude,
Wow.
that was such a scary situation. I blocked it out because I couldn't deal with it.
Wow.
Saving my ass. That was a huge save. I'm really not good at remembering things, so that taught me a big lesson. But then he left anyway, and now I'm going to screw shit up in the future.
I'm gonna get a text. I'm in Midtown. I'm gonna text Dave. Need you to run a B&H real quick. We're downtown. Well, actually, no, because now your new live productions are going to be from my new hotel, right? So we'll be good to go. I'll be right there. I can run over, but
Yep. We will reveal the hotel Dave is working at the appropriate time. This is not the right venue for it. Dave would like to be employed next week. Although I called your bosses and I told them how shitty you were, but they still wanted to keep you. But you know what?
That's because I called them first and said this crazy old man's going to call you. Just completely ignore him. Yeah. He's the homeless guy on Fifth Ave.
But he's really not.
That's too funny. Nathan sales. He has a personality that's hard to say no. No, Nathan, it's really easy to say no.
It's very easy to say no to me, Nathan. I appreciate that, Nathan. And now I know whenever I need a job, I'm going to go to Nathan because he can't say no. But yeah, Glenn has proven time and time again he's very easy to say no to me.
All right, guys. Unless you have any more insults to throw our way, maybe we could head to the final section of our show. Anyone else got anything important to say over here?
I'll think of something in the next 30 seconds.
All right. In the meantime, the best part of the show, why you all tune in every single week. All right, the Plug-a-Palooza time. Producer Danny, plug away.
Me?
You got to plug something.
No one told me that we were going to do this. Okay.
No one told you. Craig spent 20 minutes on the show talking about shameless self-promotions and stuff like that. You didn't pick up on that?
Goodness gracious. I'm going to plug Click Connect because we are back. We just filmed 2 new episodes this week, and so we'll be back next Tuesday and Thursday. Watch.
That was great. I'm ready to tune in there, Craig.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, what were the shows? Anyone in particular that we should be excited about, or did you get producer Dave and?
Nope, not producer Dave. We've got our friend Jeff Higley, and
awesome.
We've got Michael Quez Marquez.
Nice.
From Wyndham, and those are 2 really great shows that are coming up. And then we've got a couple of other guests that we're filming next week as well.
Nice. That's a great lineup. I love Jeff Higley. Go check out No Vacancy Live. The first show we did of the year, 3rd or 4th. I don't remember what the first day was. He was on that show. I've known that dude for decades now. Awesome human being. He's the president of Verba Network right now. Came from the journalism background, which is awesome. Dave, what about you?
Well, same as always. First, thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. But, make sure you guys check out No Vacancy Live Monday through Thursday at 12. And listen, I'm going to put on the calendars right now. Not the week coming up. Well, there's some great shows coming up next week, too. But the week after that, we have 2 remotes back-to-back that are going to be insane. And I honestly am jealous that I can't be at them.
Yeah, that first one, man. Oh, man. You all got to tune in for that because, honestly, Dave, I really don't know how you pulled this off. It is so freaking cool where we will be broadcasting from. You cannot miss this show. I mean, you will be very excited. Well, I'll be very excited because I get to do it, but it'll be really cool to tune in and see where we are.
I'll be doing my best version of Grumpy Glenn that I can't be there, but but it's going to be a really rocking show. So for the 4, 5, 4, 6, put on the calendars. You have to be there to see it live. It's going to be unbelievable. Other than that, be my guest. Another great episode coming out on Tuesday. I'll be on Click Connect soon enough with Craig. So make sure you check out that or don't. Craig, if I tank your ratings, I'm sorry.
You won't.
Don't worry, they can't
Danny, make sure that you're in Europe before that show. Just remove yourself from that disaster altogether. And of course, Friday Night Audit. I will still be here having fun and making some jokes and hopefully entertaining some people.
Yeah, there you go. Not likely, but we can hope. Craig,
I try my best.
couple of things. You invited people to sponsor the show. Now, I'm guessing because your Rode pod mic has been in here, we're getting a check from Rode. But you know what? You could also sponsor segments, and this good company should send us some sponsorship money. That way I can pull off the green and you can see their logo. Now, we all like to feel good, and we like to taste good. So, as everybody knows, I get caffeinated, but now I do it with chocolate as well. So, now, a couple of things that I want to plug is the gentleman that helps me and co-produces my event. Arnie Garfinkel's got a commercial real estate lending conference coming up on April 7th. You can register there. It's almost for free at allstargroupevents.com. So
hold on,
it's always a pleasure to work with David, Danny, and Glenn.
But Suzanne says she's going to likely miss next week. She has a real life dinner date. How rude.
Wow. I don't know what it's like to have a date. I'm all alone in the Bat Cave.
How dare you have a life, Suzanne? Be like
Cancel
the rest of us.
Cancel the show.
But Glenn, Suzanne can catch it on the rewind on Checkout California.
There you go. And Craig, where can people get the officially licensed merchandise of Friday Night Audit?
Redbubble!
Yes.
So go to the Aloha Craig store on Redbubble, and not only can you get Friday Night Audit merch, you can get Checkout California merch, and we have a brand new line of Grumpy Glenn merch. And if you key in the code MAGIC15, you get a 15% discount. So go to Redbubble right now. Well, not right now. Let us finish the show, then go to Redbubble.
Yeah, right. Yeah, guys, listen. Famous and Grumpy Cat, please. Let's get some of this. Move some of this merch over there, Dave.
Well, Craig, you only have Glenn's promotion left, so you guys can leave the show right now. There's nothing else happening the rest of the time
here. No. He's the voice of hospitality. We have to hear what he has to say. So,
yeah.
What do you have to say, Glenn?
Go to theadapters.net, buy the book, please. Buy the Adapters book. Make my mama proud. She would really appreciate it. Also, tune into No Vacancy Live every single day at noon, Monday through Thursday. Amazing guests and shitty production values. So you're gonna really like that. All right, let us end the show. Thank you all so much for being here. We'll be back next week. Craig, who's our guest next week?
Our next week's guest is Lori Gardner from IHG. So really looking forward to having Lori on the show with us. I haven't heard what her specialty drink's going to be yet, but I will follow up on that next week. Producer Danny, I love you. I love your family. Thank you for being here.
Safe travels, Danny.
Congratulations on the new job. Glenn, congratulations on getting out of your attic and basement. And basement. When is the swim club going to reopen? Because I saw that Anthony has his open.
Anthony's a little too aggressive on the pool opening. I don't think you need the pool open at the end of in mid-March in New York. I'm booked for early May to get the pool open, so I could look at it for a few weeks and then go in it. But before then, it's just not necessary. We're still getting weather in the 50s, so what the hell? It's
not today. We're not.
No, what are you at? 67 or something stupid like that?
I think earlier it was like 73.
70 degrees, I think, earlier.
Wow.
You had California weather.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing shorts instead of sweatpants for the first time in months. So this is very exciting.
Wait a minute. Hey, get somebody to take a picture of you. That's breaking news, and we need to put it out there.
I know.
Right. We are trying to get people to come back and watch this show.
Do you have your Grateful Dead shoes on? Boop. There they are.
Nice.
All right. Thank you so much for being here on Friday Night Audit. We'll see you next week. We really appreciate you, and share the show. Let everybody know about it. Let's build a community over here. We have too much seriousness every single day during the week. Let's keep having some fun on Friday nights. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Aloha.